We had I love yous.
I am in love with you. Free.
We had no thank yous. And we had a full Disney movie moment.
Oh my God, she's running after him.
This is your Bachelor in Paradise episode 12 recap. Grab your glasses. It's time for Roses and Rosé. Hello, everyone. I'm Lauren Zima, and I'm emotionally exhausted. Oh, you guys, what an episode. I mean, this is the penultimate episode of Bachelor in Paradise. And so we saw couples come together. We saw couples fall apart. We saw couples meet each other in hotel rooms for no real reason. Let's get to it. I remembered that I had, just for Paradise, purchased these like fun tropical glasses, and I was using them in the beginning of the season, and I forgot about them. So they're back! Right on time. About as on time as Whitney was. Do you know what I mean? Okay! What did you think of this episode? It was one that really indicated to us whether certain couples would leave Paradise together. Would things last forever? Okay, not forever. It's not determining that. But maybe if they're engaged or just like still dating. Okay!
I guess it just triggered me because I feel like I'm putting in a lot of effort.
Right off the bat, we were triggered. Yes, because we thought that Demi and Christian had handled things on Monday night's episode, but no, they are not done with their issues. And their issues include Christian being triggered by things Demi is saying. Oh, drink every time someone's triggered. Mm-hmm.
I guess it triggered me because it just triggered me, I guess.
And drink for every just horribly painful look on Demi and Christian's faces. And they were sitting on this bed trying to talk things out, but they weren't even looking at each other. You can't face your issues if you can't even face each other. Drinking for that. This ice is very loud in this plastic cup, though. And this episode was very back and forth. It was sad couple, happy couple, sad couple, happy couple. I think maybe the editors didn't want us to get too burnt out on darkness, so they brought us to the light.
Hannah. Pick someone who feels like home.
Aww. So we're going into the sunshine with Hannah and Dylan. They're gonna get a date card. And Clay says that he has never seen two people spend more time together in their lives.
I've never seen two people spend more time together in my life.
So it's the first couple we'll ask this question about. What do you guys think? Will Hannah and Dylan get engaged? Okay. Their date, though, is to a child's birthday party. I'm gonna call that a cheap date, but you know, this is a Bachelor trope. We've gotta get people with the children so that the significant other can see, oh, is that person gonna be a good parent? Oh, they met this strange child today and played with that child for an hour. Oh my God, gonna be a great dad. Oh my God, gonna be an amazing mom. I mean, I can hang with a child for an hour. 10 minutes. 30 seconds. Okay.
I did not expect to be invited to a kid's birthday party.
So they're at this strange child's birthday party, and Hannah gives us such a deep observation. She says, and I quote, "I love birthdays."
I love birthdays. Feliz cumpleaños.
Who doesn't? Now, this surprised me, though. I don't know why. I guess just because they've been so strong for so long. I thought that Dylan and Hannah had already dropped the L-bomb. But they had not. So Dylan tells Hannah he's in love with her.
You know, I am in love with you.
And Hannah tells Dylan she loves him too.
I love you, Dylan.
And, of course, birthdays.
Feliz cumpleaños.
And from the glow to the oh no, we still have lonely Connor on the beach, everybody. You know, I don't want to shock anyone, but things don't seem to have worked out with Revion.
At the wedding, I met Whitney, who's someone from a few seasons ago.
Oh, but we learned something new with Connor, too. Drink every time we learn something new. Mm-hmm.
I'm from Minnesota originally, but I live in LA now.
I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
So yeah. Midwest.
Apparently, at Chris and Crystal's wedding, Connor was kind of vibing with one Whitney Franzway, a beautiful brunette, but Kaylin came in and grabbed Connor, and so Connor and Whitney could not fully explore their conversation. But now, she has not left his mind, but everyone else has left Connor. He is so lonely, man. And so he just decides he's gotta leave paradise. Like, what else is here? Whitney's not. There's no Whitney. So I gotta call the producers out a little bit here. I have loved this season. Everything about it has been drama and humor and fabulous editing fun. But Connor's gonna leave just as Whitney Franzway, who apparently has been holed up in a hotel room in Mexico since the wedding, shows up. Come on. And everyone's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Whitney, Connor just left.
Someone that just left that I think you should know about.
And he wanted to talk to you.
Because he was super interested in meeting you.
And you wanted to talk to him. I mean, the cars could have passed each other.
They probably passed cars.
You guys, the producers know Connor's into Whitney. And they know Whitney's into Connor. They could have just brought them together.
I'm happy to be here, finally, yeah.
My guess here is that, you know, when they do the show, they promise the Hotel Vedanta, I would imagine, a certain amount of appearances. And I think they needed more to happen at the hotel.
I think I'm gonna just leave and go after him because I know he's
Whitney gets to paradise, and she turns right back around and heads to Connor in his hotel room. Where, by the way, he answered the door shirtless, as Whitney said she hoped she would see.
hopefully he has his shirt off.
This show, the gift that keeps on giving, and the paid integration sponsorship that keeps on living.
Your room is so big.
Wonderful. Again, I'm just speculating, but that would be my guess. But from a beautiful new relationship blooming to a relationship that's been around and could be dooming itself.
There you go, lady.
Nicole and Clay, everybody.
Do you think you're falling a little bit?
And on Nicole and Clay's date, it seems quite evident that Clay is not as into Nicole as she is into him. Am I right? What did you guys think of what Clay had to say to Nicole? Another thing I guess I missed, I didn't realize Clay hadn't even told Nicole he was falling for her yet.
Do you think you're falling a little bit?
She basically says she's falling in love with him. And he tells her, you're my best friend.
You're my best friend on the beach. And
On the beach. Not even his best friend, but specifically his best friend on this beach, in this contained geographical area, in a specific set amount of time in which we will spend together on a produced television show. Wow. What do you think of Clay and Nicole's chances?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Welcome to the rose ceremony night.
So we are heading to the rose ceremony, but Chris Harrison comes in and cancels the cocktail party.
I'm canceling the cocktail party.
What?
that sucks.
Why would you know with no drinks for the people? They need to have their cocktail. Rude. But also, I couldn't watch these people talk through things anymore. I felt I'd seen it all.
Tonight's rose is probably like the most meaningful because paradise is almost over.
So it's the rose ceremony. And oh my God, a quick break for Savage Haley. I forgot Haley was here, but we saw her long enough for her to say that Luke S. is a poor man's Nick Viall. Oh God.
Luke's not really my type. He's the poor man's Nick V.
I need more alcohol for that. That felt a little rough, didn't it?
Nick Viall's way hotter than him.
A little unnecessary. I mean, he's not a bad person. I don't. And him and Nick Viall have literally nothing to do with each other. I don't know why we're. Anyway. But speaking of poor Luke S. at this rose ceremony. You guys, have we ever seen anything like it? The answer is literally and historically no. Luke decides to give Bree his rose.
Bree.
So she walks up and she says, a nose.
Honestly, I came here to find love and a relationship, and I just don't think that I see that with you. And knowing what this rose represents, I can't say yes to that. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
She rejected the rose. I was watching and thinking, has this ever happened before? And then Chris Harrison came in and said, this has never happened before. Awkward, so painful, so horrible, so horrifying, so deeply troubling. Did you feel bad for Luke S? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, then things got worse. Chris Harrison turned to the group and said, does anyone want Luke S.'s rose?
Is there anyone else who would like Luke's rose tonight?
And drink every time he said,
Anyone?
Anyone? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
Bueller?
Does Ferris Bueller want Luke S.'s rose?
I guess it's pretty serious.
Thank you, Simone.
Unfortunately, if you're not in a relationship.
Absolutely, Chris. Don't worry about it.
Say goodbyes.
Right.
It's even painful when he tries to hug the guys goodbye. I think he walked over to John Paul Jones, and JPJ was confused, and Luke had to say, dude, I'm hugging you goodbye.
Say goodbye. I'm fine, actually.
Very dark. To Luke's credit, he handled it well. From lies of Luke P to a no from Bree. Dark.
Bree, will you accept this rose?
I guess Bree's into Matt Donald, the playboy of paradise. She takes his rose, and the roses are handed out. And Haley is leaving, and Sydney is leaving, and Revian is leaving. But you know who's not gone? Chris Harrison. Drink for every time you saw Chris Harrison this episode.
Good evening. Volatile week.
Chris,
Good morning.
I'll drink again to that. Looking good. I like the no tie look. What can I say? Summery. What do you guys think of a collared shirt with no tie? I'm into it.
Oh, Lord Jesus. When Chris Harrison shows up, it's always scary.
And Chris Harrison has arrived with another beachy bombshell. He says paradise is over?
But now I'm here to tell you that Bachelor in Paradise as you know it is over.
It's not over.
This next step is the serious part of Paradise.
But he was just saying, you guys gotta figure your ish out. Are you in or are you out on your significant other?
And I need you to be brutally honest with yourselves and with each other.
I love the rest of the episode from this point because it felt a little slow and then things go. We are getting yeses and we are getting nos. Each couple is making a decision.
Choosing Bree over Sydney. I am really excited about Bree and I'm excited about our future.
First up, Matt and Bree. They're done.
Honestly, feeling a little bit like you made the wrong decision by giving me the rose.
She says she doesn't even know why he gave her the rose.
My heart's pounding.
Chase and Angela, they're done. He said something was missing.
Something that's just missing for me.
And then from the darkness to the light, Dylan and Hannah.
You're so cute.
They're fine. They're very on. Fantasy suites, of course, flower petals, diamond rings falling from the skies, right? Then back to the depths, Nicole and Clay. She says she's in love with him.
Are you still on the same page?
Yeah.
And he hugs her and says, if we do this,
If we do this, it's gonna be us, and we're gonna be good, you know.
what does that mean, Clay? I didn't know, but there a go. There a go into the fantasy suites. Did you guys think they should have gone or should they have been done? Let me know in the comments below. JPJ and Tayshia, next everybody. Oh, he says he's in love with her.
I'm in love with you.
But she is not quite there. And she says she has to end things.
I want to get there, but I'm not there yet.
And JPJ just says thank you.
Thank you for some of the most magical moments in my life.
Oh, you guys, and this is when this moment turned into a movie. I felt like I was watching a Disney Princess and Prince, right? I mean, a lot of people have likened John Paul Jones to John Smith from Pocahontas, and I see it. And as much as I've had some issues with JPJ this season, my cold-hearted heartstrings were tugged upon. They broke up, we were crying, and I didn't know what to think. First, Tayshia ran after him on the beach.
Oh my God, she's running after him. I'm sorry.
And her tears were so real, and everyone was crying. But it wasn't a reconciliation. It was just an I'm sorry. But JPJ remained a prince. He picked Tayshia up and carried her along the sand. Just a few steps. He did stop at the stairs, but still, he set her down. And they knew it was done.
Goodbye, Tayshia.
I think in this movie I'm the witch. Now cast a spell to make you love him. So some confusion there, but they are over. What did you think? Should Tayshia have stayed with JPJ? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, but from the below, try to pick yourself up to the shallows. Because in the shallows, we are wading through the water and things are good. Demi and Christian are great. They're gonna go to the fantasy suites. Wonderful, they're very in love. And then it's back again to the problems. Chris and Katie.
I don't know what Chris is going to say, and I'm a little bit nervous.
And as much as we've been going through ups and downs with the various couples during this episode of Bachelor in Paradise, from couple to couple, things have gone either sideways or the right way. But Chris and Katie are a problem pair in themselves. I never know what to think with them. What will they do next? Well, the answer is, from moment to moment, it's something different. Chris brings Katie over to a daybed with tears in his eyes. Quite clearly to break up with her, right? And he's crying, and she's crying, and he's like, I'm unsure.
Unsure.
And she's like, I don't want this.
I don't want this.
This meaning a breakup, but then Katie kind of like talks him out of it.
I respect you and I want you to go with your gut, but I want to be with you.
What happened here? This shouldn't be this hard, everybody. Chris goes from appearing to end things to saying,
I want to give this a shot.
Let's give it a shot. That's not the ringing endorsement you want from someone. Katie, walk away. Chris has stuff to figure out about himself. You probably do too. You guys are not ready for this commitment. It should not be this difficult this early on. Just saying. But from early on to we are done, next week is the finale, everybody.
Paradise is over.
It's the moment of truth.
I need to know that this is real.
Who will propose? Who will say no's? Who will not leave Paradise together? Tell me your predictions in the comments. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this season of Bachelor in Paradise with me. One more big episode of Roses and Rosé left. And as we wind things down, you know who we haven't seen in a minute? The handsome and wonderful JC. JC, can you come in, please? Oh, JC, working the collared shirt and no tie look. I love it. You've been watching all season long. I just want you to name the couples who you think have the highest chance of success of still being together after all this.
Dylan, Hannah. That's it.
Oh, wow. Speaking of the dark side. All right, everybody, I'm on the app Cameo if you want a personal message from me. Also, please follow me on Instagram. I love seeing your comments and what you think of things. And see you for the finale. Remember, Paradise does not air on Monday, September 16th. That's the premiere of Dancing with the Stars starring Bachelorette Hannah Brown. Check it out. The finale is Tuesday, September 17th on ABC. Bye! Oh, that was weird. I didn't like the way I said that. Bye!